Hello everyone. Today we're in the shop and we're going to try to fix this long nose grinder here. And it's got bad cord on it, so I pulled the cord out and I was looking at the fittings and all, and of course I ain't got the right size. So I decided to do a repair on it and keep going anyway. So I cut me off some of this drop cord and I get to looking at everything, and when I pulled it out, the brush come out. They just sitting in there. So no problem. We're going to use it anyway. I decided to splice it in. Now I'm taking these cutters and I'm barely cutting outside that shield. And when I cut it off there, now watch what I did with my thumb. See how I'm pushing it there? I'm looking for a cut in the insulation on the outside, and they're good. Now this is a double insulated grinder, so I don't need that green wire. Now this whole thing, I got it out of the pawn shop down there in Vance's. And it was like $9. And I looked at it, it had a bad cord, and I said, well, $9 is worth a try being in Milwaukee. So I went out and shoveled out a little cash and got that thing. Brung it to the house and set it on the shelf for a long time. And then I burned up my other one that I got from the old harbor store. Now, I can't complain about that old thing. It lasted a good 2 years. And believe me, I put it through the mill. So what I'm going to do is just splice it together since I don't have the right size fitting to slide onto that brush assembly there. Now, if you pay attention to your wires and look at your colors and match your colors. So if you got a white wire in there, you want to put a white wire to it. If you got a black wire, you put a black wire to it. It's just that simple. Now, of course, I'm talking to my grandchildren and everybody else. If you ain't got skills, don't try this. I'm not responsible for what you do. Now, I'm just trying to show what I'm doing in the shop. And I'm trying to save $1 or two to show them boys that you can save $1 or two and you can fix stuff instead of throwing it away. Now, that black wire goes over there to another brush assembly into a switch. So we're going to pull that out and look at where that wire goes, and it goes on the switch. So there ain't no need tearing off the other side of the switch with the wiring. Just get that one side. And since it's not a push-on clamp wire fitting, I can undo it there and pull that wire out. And I take a little time with it, try to do it right, not tear up nothing. And take your time, look at things a little bit before you go to snatching, pulling, and beating. Now I'm going to skin that wire off and turn it to my right. And then I'm going to find that fitting, and I'm going to slide it under that little cap that's in there. A little compression plate. And I'm going to put it on the left side of it so that when I'm screwing that screw down, it helps pull the wire through. But with that cap on it, it's just going to compress it. And then when the cap gets tight, it'll slightly pull. And that's what I'm looking for. Now, I want you to notice, I didn't realize I did this until I've done finished and trying to get it together. But you see that white wire is longer now. I should have compensated for that, and it's going to give me a little trouble with packing the wires. So it don't matter who you are, you can make a small mistake that can cost you some work. Now, look what I did. Yeah, that's all right. The other end ain't got nothing on it. I can slide it on. Now, folks, that's a little experience right there from doing exactly what we just did quite a few times before. So if you forget, put it on. Just make sure you ain't got a plug at the other end, and you'll be okay. Now, if you ain't got that plug, you got nobody to blame but yourself, and you got to pull that back off. Now, this old cord's long enough to do what I want. Some say, oh, that's just overkill. But I ain't got a problem with that myself. Now, trying to get them brushes back in them little holder slots and keep them there because of that new wire is a little bit tricky. Now, I don't have the sound running on the original because I'm playing music in the background, and YouTube kind of frowns on that. And if it ain't the free music that comes with the software, you can't do it. So I'm trying to figure out how to hold this thing in there and get them brushes to stay in there. So I'm going to have to do a little maneuvering here. Now, if you look, that wire's way too long. It needs to be about 3/8 to a 1/2 inch shorter. But that's all right. We know how to handle that. There's plenty of room in there for the wiring. Oh yeah, listening to that music. I wish y'all could hear it. Now, least little movement, that thing tries to slide out. So, let's see what we got. Come on, figure it out, big boy. Them fat fingers of mine are not, whoa, look out. Now, we got that side tucked in, and I want you to look at it close because I didn't see it. When I pull my thumb out of the way then to put that on, it doesn't fit correctly. Now, I'm trying to get it to snap together, and it ain't wanting to go, so I got to go investigate what it is. Now, putting them wires down in there and tucking them and all that, it ain't gonna work. It's gonna make me work it. So, oh, look at that. Now, I'm so glad that happened, but I didn't look at the right side of it, and if you take a second, a minute, you're gonna see it's still cracked. Don't tighten it down, Gorilla. I didn't get and trying to get it to pull down. I put a little bit pressure on it. Now you want to make sure you don't strip out them holes, or you got to go get some bigger bolts, screws at least. Sorry. Now see that crack, and I see the crack, and I'm going crap. Oh, put the screw in and see if it pops down. Now, hindsight 2020, I know what's causing it, but I want to see if you boys can figure it out. J-Man, I want you to look close at what is happening right there. G-Man, you see how I bumped it with my fist like I was showing you the other month? I just bump it. I don't hit it hard. I just bump it. If it don't pop in then, don't try to hit it with a hammer or nothing. You will break the plastic. There's still something in there holding it up. You're going to have to go back in and find it. So that tells you if your clamp and all don't work first time, you need to find out why. Because you can tear up something. And I know for a fact this thing worked because I tested it before I took everything apart. Now, see, it's still not wanting to go down. So it's right there on that left-hand side. There you go. Now you're getting in there where it's at. So what's holding it up? It has to be something heavy. Now watch that switch. There you go. Now that switch is up just a little bit, folks. It's not the wiring. It's not the fittings that's in there. It's that switch. It was hitting on the bottom side of that, or on the left-hand side. Now watch. See how it went down? The switch is what had it up. So G-Man, you would continue trying to figure out what it is till you get it to go back the way it was when you took it apart. Now, I don't want to take my hand off of it till I get them screws in there. I don't want it to move. Now, when you run the screws down, it's always a good idea to give it just a little snug. Now, watch my hand the way it does it. Nice little snug, nothing heavy. You're dealing with plastic. Now, this is industrial plastic, and it's hitting strong. So let's put the plug on it. Same technique, taking the skinners, just cutting the insulation on the outside. And trust me, if you ain't done this a lot, do not try it. Now, I'm debating if I should put that green wire on there anyway. And I think I skinned it out, and then I tried to put it in, but changed my mind. If you ain't got it on the other side, you don't need it on this side, and it tells the people immediately who's working on it that you got a problem. Now, this old switch was on the shelf back there. I had it in my toolbox for years in the bottom. I had a little box that had a bunch of personal stuff in it, and I found this switch in it. Now, ain't no telling, it might have come from wherever. But when you're doing electrical work, you throw stuff in a box and that you're not using, and then a few months, few years later, you find it. You go, hey, I can use that. Now, pushed it out through the bottom and looking at it. Now, if you look at it, that is a weird kind of clamp. It's got clamps on it. And I'm trying to figure out how it works. I don't want to break it because I need to use it. Okay, it's good and tight when you pull them down, so I got to figure out a screwdriver that'll fit that little bitty hole. Since I don't wear a pouch no more, I don't have it on me. Yeah, come out wherever you at. Ah, yeah, there we go. I use my highly used installer screwdriver. That thing there's done a lot of work in that plant, folks. A lot of work. Had no screwdriver's narrow point like that, and I broke it, and they replaced my screwdriver, and they got the good one. I like it. All right, now let's look at these wires. Now, I'm going to skin that out, but I'm not going to use it. If you got green cutaway, you might well cut it away on the other side, and I was debating to stick it in the hole anyway, but there's no need. It's not hooked to anything, it's double insulated, there's honestly no need for it. So, I'm doing my normal, go make sure everything's hooked up, and then it hits me. Yeah, let's get rid of it. So, now, there should be no doubt, anybody who looks in the plug, that this is double insulated. It tells you it's double insulated, and it is wired for double insulated. It's color coded. You look at it, you got a green, a white, and a black. So what I got to do is figure out how to make that switch work for me. Now, remember how I did that a while ago, so I need to make sure I got that plug on there. Slide it out of the way. So let's go with the black one. Pull it over to it snaps to the side. And then go to the white one. Push the bar over, open it up. Clamp it back, test it. Make sure everything's neat. No wire showing. Pull her back up, line her up. Screw them screws down. I like these little short Phillips screwdrivers doing close work like this. When you use a long one, you could slip out and just job it all in your hand. At least I do. So you boys pay attention here now. Normally you could wear some gloves, but I can't operate like that every time. I'm doing wiring. I like my hands free. Unless I'm dealing with the big boy. The big boy shock you to your core. Knock your shoes off. So, we got it all put together now. Time to test it. Let's go over to the power. Now here we go. We're going to plug it in. This thing here should trip if something's wrong. Fire the switch off. There it goes. There it is. She's working good. Let me tell you, see that wind blow that little roll around there? She worked good. She tested good. Y'all be safe out there now. See you around.